Right, they've given me a conundrum this time. I can hear somebody saying "dang me" in a real strong southern accent. Sounds a bit like Johnny Cash, but I know it's not him. So I'm going to have to dig for that one. It's just a 2 word, dang me, D-A-N-G me. That's all I'm getting. And a bit of strumming, but it sounds like a spoken country type thing. I'll have a look. I'll find it. So today's card is the High Priestess. She's been at the gates of hell and back a few times, hasn't she, just lately? So let's see. Whoever she's managed to get out of it or not. I think I'm going to have to find a better tripod for my phone because it started to wobble a lot on it. And I apologise profusely. I've probably been doing it from the start and I hadn't noticed. So, 2nd of April 2023. Can't believe we're already into April. My right ear's itching, so that's right for spite. So there's a lot of spite going about from spirit. They're not happy with somebody. So somebody's been up to no good and they don't like that when that happens. Let's see. No, she's at the gates of hell, and spirit don't like that because High Priestess is their servant. Well, not their servant, but their conduit, if you like. So they need that person to put themselves on a priority list. And when you're an empath, it's really hard to do that, isn't it? So that's maybe why they're getting annoyed. That's why I'm getting dang me. Because not only have we got the High Priestess coming in reverse, but we've got the High Priest as well. This is a spiritual partnership. This is something that a contract was signed before you was even born. This is losing faith, not speaking your truth, binding yourself to the devil. Your ego, which is your inner child, is out of control. So, it's materialism. It's Venus. Venus is ruled by Taurus and Leo. So Taurus part of it is teachers, study, institutions, faith, religion, your ego, tradition, or how you was brought up to believe things should be. 5 or 23 is negative. As is the High Priestess. She's back at the gates of hell. She's in that long, dark winter, waiting for a man to come and rescue her after she had a word with the gods. Persephone. But both of them have 2 keys. Well, she's still got both keys because she doesn't really use them. But he has lost a silver one, which he had as a child, because that is the spiritual side. But he's taken the golden one because that gets him the materialism. Now, that's not good, is it? So you've let something negative into your aura, be it financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, or mentally. And you didn't listen to spirit about it, and you should have done. But there's no point in crying over spilt milk. Don't look back in the past. We've said it before. If you're living in the past, you're depressed. If you're living in the future, you're anxious. You have to stop snivelling, pull your socks up and put one foot in front of the other, because see that bridge? That bridge is for you to build and get over it. Stop dwelling in the past. They've put you on a full stop because you had the wrong team, you was doing the wrong thing somewhere, and it wasn't going to pay off. So red lights, make sure you stop at the red lights. This is failing in study, perhaps, failing to get into the university you want. There's some sort of failure. There's no firm foundations for this to go ahead. Somebody may be breathing down your neck at work. You're with the wrong team in the wrong place. You've got to stop overthinking it. Come out of your own head. There's nothing stopping you now from standing up and walking away. You need to love yourself first. This is the Scorpio energy, reproductive organs, shared resources, and somebody's in denial, protecting others, or not wanting to admit the facts, or not sure of the facts. If you wait for you till you're sure, you'll never do anything. Or like I said, protecting others, or in denial. 2 weeks, that's the Mercury retrograde card though. So I'm going to look at the astrology, see if we've got any Venus, mention of Venus, because a vague memory of something being mentioned about Venus. Yeah, Venus semi-sextiles Jupiter. It's a good time to be practical about adventurous plans. Otherwise, you may be inclined to be idealistic. It's a good day for get-togethers and financial planning. Financial planning, yes. Moon enters Virgo. But Mercury enters Taurus on Monday. So, let's see. Oh, there she is. And all of a sudden, whatever's happened, she's back from the gates of hell. How does that work? However, it's the feminine that's dead. So something's died. So the only way to come back from these gates of hell is to end something. And one presumes that's the high priest, that's the high priestess. So, severing ties. 2 and 29. You may have already done that, or you may be needing to do that, depending on where you are on your timeline. We've got the crescent moon there, which is the waning, is it waning or waxing? Coming into the full moon. So this is where we are now, because we come into the full moon. I think it's on the 6th. Oh, the tower is falling. A blessing in disguise. Something is brought to the ground. Electrical water problems, a demolition of the past. Like I said, don't be looking back on the past. The 16 is positive energy, but it won't feel like it. Yeah, it's still saying somebody's with the wrong team. It hasn't paid off. It's time to end that. It won't pay off. 3 years, which takes us up to 2026, which is when we come out of Pisces in Neptune. You're wasting your time. Cinderella should go to the ball. You've been slogging your guts out, burning a candle at both ends, working really hard for people that are gaining and you're not, like a slave. 8 years for the shiny stuff. There is again Scorpio, but the major arcana this time, they mean it. Something will end and you will be brought to the soup, from the caterpillar to the caterpillar soup, so that you can fly like the butterfly from the cocoon. But again, something is at the feet, dead. Something's gone, dead, buried. Transformation takes place. A regeneration, if you like. 13. Yeah, so it looks like somebody's coming back from your past. It could be to do with children, childhood abuse. For 6 months, somebody's coming back with a vengeance, it looks like. There is again a marriage, a friendship, schooling, study, tradition, all out the window. It's this ends. Somebody doesn't have faith in this anymore. That's the third time they've mentioned the Scorpio energy. It's positive, it's shared resources and reproductive organs, but above all, it's telling you as the empath or the high priestess or whoever you are to love yourself first. That cup is refillable by you. It's not half empty, it's not half full, it's refillable by you, and you download from spirit if you need it. So massively important. Oh my God, wishes and dreams come true. Face the chaos head on. Don't put that bill behind the clock. Face it, ring them up, sort it out. Don't dim your light for anybody. This could be fame for some. You finally find your balance because you're not dimming your light anymore. You found your true niche in life. Aquarius 17, massively important, positive energy. There has been heartache, sorrow, loss, and possibly separation. An elderly parent or somebody that's got the knives out for you, bitter and twisted. 3 weeks. They just want to cause you pain. Or it could be minor surgery or someone passed from the heart. Something coming between you and what you want. You have to release this heavy burden and stop carrying it around. It's not yours to carry. Too many. Oh my word. Well, she's in it not once, not twice, but 3 times now. That's unheard of. The high priestess. So she's only upright once. So it could be that the 29 is negative and the 2 is positive, or vice versa. But there is somebody here that is up in and down in looking after themselves, then not looking after themselves, looking after themselves, then not looking after themselves. There will be no apology. Those sirens are not for no reason. Be very, very careful. Something is going on. It's definitely down here. Something's up. I don't know what it is, but something is. Uniformed people, could be the police. Those born in the year of the horse. But hell will freeze over before somebody admits and apologises what they've done. Yeah, wanted to come out. I saw it earlier on, but there's so many cards. It's healing, health issues, hospital doors, hospital visits, but nothing to be worried about. And leaving the material side of life behind. The most important thing for you is health, love, and happiness. And that is what you're going towards. 9 and 27, Virgo energy. It will bring you more abundance than any finances could ever do. The Hermit, walking away from all that you've ever believed or known to be true, perhaps. And a lucky change, a gamble that pays off. Fate is in your favour. You might not feel like it, but they are coming to rectify something, possibly from your past or children, childhood memories. A grandma could be important, but there is something here that is being turned around by spirit. Number 10, massively important, positive energy. So the 9th and the 10th could be a very good time. Let's see. And the 27th is a good one as well. Aquarius, there it is. someone finally knows something. Aquarius. Aquarius is the ones that will stick up for people. So 23, which we've got there, is the lies. So someone knows about the lies. Someone knows you're not speaking the truth. In a friendship, a marriage, whatever it is, but your wishes and dreams can come true. But you're going to have a price to pay. It's a blessing in disguise. The way to predict your future is to manifest it, invent it. The name Alan and Kay could be important. You are about to be tested and shown waves of the future. You are given insights. Uranus and Saturn. Saturn is truth. Uranus is rebellion. This is not any common or ordinary event. The seer into the future is the High Priestess. Ahead of the game. Science fiction, and anything brand new. In reality, you will see waves of the future that the rest of us may not. Aquarians can be very stubborn in their views. That's stubborn there. So the Aquarian energy is strong. And it may appear off the wall to others. They will fight long and hard to have the freedom to stay weird. And they will fight the rest of us to stay weird as well. Whatever is taboo or outlandish will greatly appeal to them, if only in their imagination. So oftentimes there are artists, inventors, and speculative writers. They can be great humanitarians, but not very practical. And we've seen that a lot in the news lately, haven't we? Inside every Aquarian, no matter how attractive, lives a geek. The type who wants to escape the mundane world and enter the realms of fantasy. You can't live in fantasy. Graphic novels and appointed games and role-playing. At the same time, they can be rational and tend not to get caught up in these emotional dramas. They're more interested in friendship over a romantic relationship. In fact, Aquarians at first are friends before being a lover. Of course, if you insult them by disagreeing with their far-fetched ideas, then you're history. So somebody may try and cancel you. Aquarians are very attracted to other people of ethnic and races, and if they do decide to couple up with someone, it's generally a person who does not come from the same background or sometimes even the opposite gender. So same-sex relationships are possible. Through all relationships, Aquarians will develop and grow, often as some kind of artist. But there is always a disconnected quality. They are noticeably peculiar, and in this they pride themselves. So look out for the oddballs. If the Aquarian card presents itself in a reading, you can be assured that friends and friendly alliances are about to help you achieve your goal. It's possible you are to meet a group of people or become involved in an organisation that will support you in an unusual plan or idea. It may be like a family group, but the emphasis will be placed primarily on the ideas of the crowd. If so, you can consider yourself this idealistic Pied Piper at the front of the group. You may find yourself dealing with persons from exotic or dissimilar backgrounds, those of a different ethnicity or culture than yours, from which you will learn greatly. And transgender people or cross-dressing will mean something in your world right now. You will acquire a different concept and approach through these dealings, which are changing you. In the coming months, travelling to faraway exotic places is likely to factor in. Well, I've no notion of travelling at the minute, but who knows. And then we have the Green Man, the 13, which is the Scorpio energy, and Aries. It is transforming from that caterpillar to the butterfly. Nature, connection to source. So we are all at one with nature. The universe is in us all. The Green Man is Father Sky. So well done, Spirit. I haven't given you a pat on the back, have I? You've got all your numbers and you've done it well. The Green Man beckons to all who wish to follow. So your wishes. It's got the acorn there. I've got mine around my neck. He teaches us that there are no separations between human beings and the natural world. We are part of nature. We are nature. And whether we like it or not, no one is above the fact. The closer we become to recognizing this connection, the more we feel at peace. Separation is merely an illusion we have created through being too busy. So all these mechanical innovations that we think are taking us into the future in futuristic way are actually what's killing us. We need to go back to the old ways and learn the basics of keeping the environment clean before we start suggesting alternatives that may be far worse. So we must stop what we're doing. As with the electric cars, it takes more digging up the lithium for the batteries and what have you, and human lives sacrificed than it does to benefit the planet. So nature invites us to slow down, to learn how to reconnect. It's time to take up gardening, walking in nature, getting your feet on the earth and slowing down. Nature isn't out there being all busy and not resting. Nature grows and rests when needed because it's in tune with our energies. Nature doesn't exhaust itself by pushing too hard to make things happen. It all happens in divine timing. The green man also represents the masculine side of nature, which can mean your strength, vigour and growth. However, it can also represent descent, destruction and death, which we've got here in all its forms. Descent, destruction and death follow on with a rebirth. The female counterpart of the green man is the green woman. The two obviously complement one another, just like the yin and yang symbols. Both need each other to keep the balance, and without each other, the imbalance is massive. In drawing this card, it may be asking you where you may be out of balance and require a more feminine, nurturing quality of the green woman to bring you back to centre. Both cards are incredibly caring because they are both you in some form. So like the High Priest and the High Priestess, they're both empaths. But something's gone wrong here. As within, so without. By connecting to these energies and nature, you essentially find a deeper connection to yourself. So it's time to look after yourself, and when you do, you bring balance back into the universe, because your vibration is needed just as much as anyone else's. Gemini, 12th house, prisoners, victims, martyrs. 12th house is Pisces. The Hanged Man, suicides, prisoners, like I said. Don't do anything unless it's out of the goodness of your heart, otherwise it will breed contempt. The feet and toe issues, it's green, so your heart chakra. Something is returning, what I say. Karma, family secrets, hidden enemies, a reconnection, confinement, reparation for past deeds. I don't see that because you don't want to apologise. Surrender, sacrifice, institutions, yes I see, and the collective unknown. And that is when we go into Aquarius, when we leave Pisces behind. So Gemini moon, I'm sure Elaine told me in this Vedic I've got Gemini a lot, so I don't know if that I maybe got a Gemini moon, but here we go. So Gemini moon, emotionally facile and fickle, flexible, moody and intuitive. The moon in Gemini rationalizes feelings, represses their emotions and needs and dislikes routine, and does several things at once. So you're trying to do too many things at once and it's not going to prosper. Focus on what you really want. Let's have a rune. Big fat kiss from spirit. So if you was talking about mum and dad, that you've got the X. And we know that's a gift, don't we? And it's a bargain, it's a bond that cannot be broken in most cases. Gibo. The cash cow again, the cow. So the meaning, giving and receiving of gifts, but that somebody's withholding a gift, has been important in every society as a gesture of mutual respect and a symbol of fondness. The custom is meant to bind people together, and this may be why we still mark affectionate letters with the letter X. It denotes a kiss. While in previous ages, when most people were illiterate, documents were signed with an X. So illiterate people, documents, you may school people that are not well versed in maths and English like I used to. To signify acceptance of a contract of some sort, bringing the aspect of a relationship to the fore. Gibo signifies both the donor and the recipient, so organ donors cannot be ignored in this. All should be well as long as there are conditions on both sides, so boundaries being put in place, and both parties know the limits. Even if nothing material is actually being given, the payment for the gift may come in the form of simple gratitude, but if that is withheld, then resentment and quarrels will be the result. The same applies to the giver. A present should be given with an open heart, with no expectations in return. So if you can't afford to lose it, don't give it. Otherwise, the giver will feel forced into an obligation and the recipient will feel worthless. When Gibo appears, it is certain that you will feel honour bound to help someone out very soon. However, it's important to judge exactly how much you should give. After all, if you are too generous, then this needy person may become overly reliant upon you. And if you're not generous enough, you will be seen as a skinflint and your reputation could suffer. So, but we're not concentrating on material things, are we? And if somebody judges you because you can't afford to help them out, or then there's something wrong there. But I don't think this is material in most instances. This is something else. Like I said, love, health, happiness is all that matters. Could be the children. And like I said, Dang Me was a song, so why would someone say that? It must be something shocking. Dang me. I can see Kristen will be laughing at that my accent, because it's a bit much when a Yorkshire accent says dang me in it. Anyway, you lot in America seem to gel really well. So, let's see. Oh no, it's the one that makes me cry. Okay, so this is somebody's mum in spirit. If we're looking for mum in spirit, it's the Star Mother. She has words to say, and I'll be lucky if I get through this without crying, because I never do. It breaks my heart, this one. So Star Mother, number 48. Lady in blue. My mum likes blue. It's time to mother yourself. You are more held than you could possibly imagine, loved and cherished so dearly that if you knew, you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens, let her rock away your fears. Lay all of your worries, regret, shame and guilt on her altar. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. If you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. So refill that cup. You don't need anyone to save you. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind and soul. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit you truly are. Remind yourself that you're doing your best and try not to carry it all on your own. You've got this, and the mother's got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself for whatever it is you feel shame or guilt about. My dear sweet child of the earth, it's time to love yourself. Wow. It's always a beautiful card. I love that card. We haven't seen it for such a long time. Beautiful. Tea roses. She's surrounded by tea roses, clouds and the universe. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady. Yeah, it's allowing yourself to be vulnerable, really. That's bringing your walls down you may have built to protect yourself from other people. Only the brave and open-hearted dare to allow themselves to be vulnerable. For it requires the courage to take down all the walls and expose your humanness. None of us are perfect angels. Your angel guidance is to become aware of your defense mechanisms, which keep you separate from those that you love, from others and the divine. Ask your angels to help you dissolve that mask and barrier so your fragile true self can emerge like the butterfly from its cocoon. Well done, spirit. Wow. The reward will be freedom, love, and a sense of inner safety. So dare to be vulnerable, dare to be open. Vulnerability is your strength. Absolutely beautiful read. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. You take care. Get some rest, Kristen. Love you, bye.